right, man. Let's talk about Navarrete and Emanuel Navarrete fighting Denis Berinchyk. Berinchyk got the decision. A lot of people thought he deserved the decision, but thought he was gonna get robbed for the 135-pound vacant title. So Navarrete is still champion at 130. It was one of the more uglier fights yesterday that you probably is going to see. Very, very ugly fight. Two awkward fighters. I don't really think, excuse me, I don't really think anybody in the division should be worried about fighting either one of these guys. If Navarrete come back up, Tim Bradley said he think he's done at he said he thinks he's done at 120, 130. He can't get back down there. If that's the case, he gonna be in some trouble. But it was it was really a boring fight. Um, both the Mexicans lost in the co-main event and main event yesterday. Brian Norman upset Santiago, whatever his name is, in San Diego in front of his hometown. And I'm a huge Emanuel Navarrete fan, but you know, he just moving up in weight, he just ain't got the power. His power is what really make him. His awkwardness make him, but the power, his ability to knock these guys down with awkward shots. And this dude was a natural lightweight, and he's been probably competing at lightweight. And you know, Navarrete, he stood his ground, and Navarrete couldn't do nothing with him. You know, and he boxed the shit out of Navarrete ass last night. And Navarrete power off them angles is what make him so difficult. Mm-hmm. And when his power wasn't bothering this guy last night, uh, he became human. It was nothing. It was nothing, superhuman outside of that. He became regular, and Berinchyk, he was very awkward in his movement, but then he just started timing Navarrete. And the thing about it is, one thing it was the aesthetics of it was when he timed Navarrete is so awkward that he always off balance. And what Berinchyk started doing is just throwing a punch, knocking him more off balance. And that didn't look good to the naked eye. That did not look good to the naked eye. You falling all over the canvas, looking goofy and hitting the ropes and all that. That made it look like he had the ring generalship. So, that might be the end of Navarrete. He might have should have stayed at 126, but he's one of them dudes who had extreme weight advantage. He one of them dudes who had extreme weight advantage. Down there, and his punches hurt. His punches hurt more. And he moving up in weight, your punches become less effective because, think about it. A lot of them dudes can absorb the punishment a lot better. Because they rehydrating as much as you are. They rehydrating as much as you are. So, with that being the case, the punches don't have that much of an effect no more. So instead of you hit guys, they drop and they give you that point or whatever it may be, and it ain't the same effect. And he up there fighting and the guy that can move just as good as he is, a guy that's just as funky in his approach as he is, and then you fighting a guy, who had a plan. You know what I'm saying? You've watched a guy that had a plan. You know what I'm saying? You seen a guy with a plan. And Navarrete, you see a guy that just go off rhythm, go off beat. real irky jerky moving type of guy. You know, that's who he is. So, um, but hey, uh, but I think you know, man, if he can't make 126 no more, or 130 no more, he in trouble. He in trouble. Because what can they do? They said that Navarrete, you know, he practiced. He practiced. They said he practiced. You know, he practiced. You know, trying to, you know, fight. You know, regular and trying to be more technical, but he just wasn't the same. He just wasn't the same. So they said they practiced that. He wasn't the same fighter no more. So I don't know. You know, a lot of the Mexicans don't believe in doing weight training. They just do, you know, push ups, sit ups, and running. So it may be time, you know, it may be time to go out there and it may be time to go out there and get a strength and conditioning coach and start picking up some weights and moving up the right way. You know, it might be time to move, you know, pick up the weights for him so he can be a little bit more explosive. So his punches can be a little bit more twitchy. That way, if he had more explosion and he had a stronger base, you know what I'm saying, he'd punch harder. But you, as a boxer, you have to lift the weights the right way. You can't be lifting for, you know, just for brute power. You know, you gotta lift for them fast twitch muscles. So, but you know, I mean, Morashnik, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it ain't no fight. It ain't gonna be a fight where everybody gonna be salivating over with him. You know, he ain't gonna make no money, but I guess they might put the two Ukrainians in there together. That might make sense. You know, that might make sense. You know, obviously they can't do it in the Ukraine right now, but that might make a bunch of sense. So that might make sense, man. I don't know where they're gonna do with that, but um, you know, I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but it might make sense. You know, it might make sense, but I don't know who, what other fighters gonna be jumping in there to get in there. Him and Shakir Stevenson be a boring. That's my thing about it. That'd be boring. That'd be super duper boring. So, but we'll see what happens. But now Riley still champion at 130. But like Tim Bradley said, can he go back down there and make the weight? And Tim Bradley said he don't think so. When you see how big this guy getting between fights, I don't think so neither. I think the best thing for him to do is go find a strength and conditioning coach. Um, I think that's the best thing to go do and start to try to build more power, moving up in weight. He get that core together. He get his legs together. You know what I'm saying? Start lifting some weights, bruh, the right way. He'll be more explosive and he'll hit harder. He'll hit harder. But other than that, shout out to Berinchyk. A lot of people thought they was going to steal it from Berinchyk, you know, and he won. So shout out to him, man. It was a decent scrap. Wasn't the most fun thing to watch. They both was both awkward, but you know, at the end of the day, I stayed up and watched it. I don't really have no regrets about it. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.